Gonna strap on our boots and we're gonna cast. Okay. I'm just gonna have a quick look at the bracket so I understand who they're. So the winner of this plays either Unstoppable or Ashen. Okay. So the winner won't have to play the final tribe or Fusroda. That's good for whoever wins. Actually, no, they will. This is a grand final in Europe. So I think there's only one person who qualifies. I need to double check that. But I actually think that's how Europe Open qualies are working. Yeah, guys, Europe is the only one that has a real grand final because there's only one space left because they gave out so many regular closed quali spots because they invited 5 people instead of inviting the others. So there's only 3 open qualies. So Europe has a grand final. Anyway, let us jump into the draft while we talk about it. Bans so far coming out from Viking are this Dusa as well as Earth Spirit, Lich, and Elder Titan. Okay. So we might see a Beastmaster ban, a Grimstroke ban, a Tusk ban. These are all very high priority. I assume these people are also watching the major. So Sven is probably high up on people's lists.
Radiant team ban.
Oh. But let's find out. And there is that Tusk ban. We predicted that one correctly. Okay, so Beastmaster maybe, but no, the IO. Okay, so Kaipi here, they can take the Beastmaster if they want it. Grimstroke are also fairly high in priority, I think. But we'll see how they feel about this game. Oh, Tiny. Tiny, of course, of course. Our old Boulder friend. The literal man mountain, the Tiny. You can't forget about him. Okay, so Viking. I'm really feeling someone should take Beastmaster. We've just seen the amount of priority put on that hero. Solid disable, and his laning phase is just so powerful with those new boars.
5 seconds remaining.
I don't see why you wouldn't take it. And I mean, you could take that with the Grimstroke. You know, and it doesn't really give away a lot of your draft. It's very powerful. But no, Undying. Okay. Okay, Undying, probably one of the best 5 positions this patch. Just so much harass. He'll spam out all his spells, go deny himself, rinse, repeat. Easy winning of your lane. Really helpful for your safe lane carry. And that's probably the 4 position Shaman. Okay, so taking their 5 and 4. That's really, really interesting. Taking the Shadow Shaman this early. It's not a pick that I would have thought would have been contested. But Shadow Shaman, he offers you some really good disable, some good push, some good lockdown. So, I mean, he is a very good all-round support. So I understand the pickup here.
Remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team ban.
I speak for the trees.
And a Nature's Prophet. Okay. You know what? I like both these picks because they offer so much flexibility. You know, Tiny, he can be a mid laner, he can be a 4 position, he can be an off laner, you know? And Nature's Prophet, you know, offers that very similar flexibility. So KP here, they're not really saying what their lanes are, which is going to make it a tiny bit harder for Viking to be able to, you know, counterpick and think about what they want to do to contest these lanes.
5 seconds remaining. Radiant team ban.
Okay, so into the second round of bans. That's a very targeted ban of the Visage. I mean, we've seen some teams like Gambit just totally dominate with their Visages, so not wanting to let that through if you know the other team has a strong Visage player.
Ten seconds remaining.
Oh.
5
okay.
seconds remaining.
So they're almost eating into their reserve time here on Viking GG. You have to think about this one. Because the thing is, you don't really know where at all these are. So I think you just have to ban strong heroes you don't want to play against. You know, like an AM, like a Terrorblade. But the PL ban, obviously, we saw earlier today in the major. I don't know if you're watching it. PL, the obvious counter to Undying, absolutely eliminates the Tombstone advantage almost instantaneously in the fights. That's a heads-up ban there by Viking. I like that ban. And then KP.
10 seconds
What are you going to
remaining.
ban?
5 seconds remaining.
Eating into their reserve time, thinking about it. I think you just ban out carries you don't want to play against. So maybe that Terrorblade. But Tiny is pretty good against Terrorblade. So yeah, just someone they don't want to play against in the Huskar. Worth noting that Atwell Devourer is still able to be picked, but no one's banned the Pugna. If Viking want the OD, they can ban the Pugna here and take it if they want it. But they might just ban something like an anti-mage like a Terrorblade. I don't think there's really anything given away that you know you need to ban out against KP at this moment in time.
10 seconds remaining.
7 seconds.
5 seconds remaining.
Oh, thank you very much for the follow. Ilya Bliss? Ilya Bliss? I think that's how... Anyway. Viking, in their reserve time now. Really thinking about this one. But yeah, I mean, that's the thing. This opener, you have no idea where the Tiny is. You have no idea where the Nature's Prophet is. Okay, so that says to me melee mid laner. Or just... Okay, Troll. I mean, it's just Razor. He's such a good counter to, you know, like these single target carries, because Razor... Troll doesn't have the mobility of something like an anti-mage to be able to break that link. So they want to get rid of that, allowing them to pick the Troll. It's a bit early for the Troll, though. I'm curious if they pick something like a Magnus to empower up this Troll. To set him on his way even easier. Okay, so I'm going to take a guess that this is a 4-position Tiny. And maybe an off-lane or mid-Nature's Prophet. So I think we should see a 5%. I mean, Nature's Prophet could be 5. Okay. Maybe... what? Okay, let's think about this. What good 5 positions are left? Grimstroke, obviously really good. And Sven in the off-lane. There's also a Centaur of the possibility. 2 really good heroes, Sven and Centaur. You know, and then you could relegate... Tiny's would stay on his 4. Nature's could go to mid or 5 position. I think KP will pick an off-laner here, is my guess. But again, just such a difficult draft to be able to call.
Radiant team pick.
No, they take their 5 position. Okay.
Dire team.
So they've taken the Chiro in the 5 position, and then Viking are taking away the Centaur. Also, I want to point out the fact that Beastmaster is still able to be picked. This is a hero we've seen be first pick material, totally ignored in this entire draft for both teams. So I'm really curious if we'll see the Beastmaster picked up. Also, KP could take something like the Outworld Devourer and ban the Pugna in the last phase. That is a possibility now.
5 seconds remaining. Radiant team ban.
And they do take the OD, okay. So yeah, expect to see the Pugna ban right here. And they know they're going to ban out a carry here. Carry who's good versus Troll versus Centaur in the lane. AM isn't good versus Centaur in the lane. It's a tough lane for him.
10 seconds remaining.
It's always tough to call these things without looking at the hero grid. Terrorblade.
5 seconds remaining.
I think Viking might just ban out the Terrorblade. It's probably the best carry versus them. And if you can eliminate it, you might as well. But Viking, sure as hell taking their sweet time here with this last ban.
Team ban.
And it is the Terrorblade ban. Okay, I think we're in these teams' heads. I kind of understand where they're at. So I'm very comfortable saying this is a 4-position Tiny, 5-position Jakiro, off-lane NP, I'm pretty sure. I mean, actually, to be honest, Troll is good versus the off-lane Nature's Prophet. Because he has those whirling axes, so you're not able to get the tree and harass in. So that might not be a lane that they want to commit to with the Nature's Prophet versus the Troll Warlord.
Remaining.
And then this OD is definitely going to be our mid hero here. ban would be a mid laner. Pugner. Sorry, KP need to ban the Pugner.
Dire team
Yeah,
pick.
that's the easiest ban of my life.
Radiant
And then their
team
carry is the
Faceless
Faceless Void. Okay. Able to catch that Troll Warlord. He won't be able to get off his ulti. But if the Troll Warlord gets ahead, you know, he's able to lock the Void in place and he won't be able to escape. And they have very good lockdown for the Void. This is a tough Void game. This isn't an easy Void game. Just look at all these stuns as well as the Troll Warlord nets. You are not able to get away on that Faceless
10
Void.
seconds remaining.
And, like, this Troll is going to build a Basher. He'll be able to lock you down.
5 seconds remaining.
Tough Void game, if I'm honest. Okay. Final pick here. Mid laner versus the OD. Kunkka. I like Kunkka personally. I think he doesn't lose many lanes and he won't lose to any of the laning heroes here of KP. Well, that's just my opinion. Ooh, what else? What else could we go for? I'm not totally sure. The Tinker. Okay.
Your heroes.
Mastermind Tinker. Okay, this is going to be a fun game. The Blind, obviously, really quite good versus the OD. Someone who you think has, magic or pure damage carry, but does rely on landing those arcane orbs. So the Laser, really quite good versus Cancel. He'll need his BKB. How are you doing today, Adam? Adam. Yeah, it's just a weird spelling of Adam11. And also, thank you for that follow, Podolski. Okay, as we get into this game, I'm going to make a prediction. I honestly quite like the lineup of Viking. I mean, I know KP is the better team. I know more about them. But I am a bit worried about this Void in the mid game. I feel the Void could have a very rough time if Luft doesn't get off to a great game. But we'll see how this game goes, and we'll be in it in 17 seconds. Feel free in the chat to make your predictions and tell me who you think is going to win this best of one here to continue in the EU qualifiers. Okay, this is ticketed, so I shouldn't have to put up the names of people. Okay, we're into free camera, we're going W. Okay, so let's have a think about what lanes we're going to see here. So it looks like Come With Me and Unravel in the top lane versus the Void. Probably with the help of the Jakiro. That's a really tough lane, like, for the Void. Just, you know, this Centaur, once he gets up a few Retaliate stacks, will do a lot of damage. And they'll have the control of the Shadow Shaman, plus the... Oh. I mean... Yeah, Letal, I agree with you. If this game goes very late and the Void, manages to come really online, they win. But I am very worried for this Void just because of all the control they have for him. As well as burst damage. With the laser. As well as, just this Shaman control. Anyway, let's have a look here. What's going on with the runes? They have a full tri-lane up here for the side of KP. And they see each other now. Come With Me, just laying into Flash. Is he trying to bait him to the high ground? Yeah, I think Flash should have gone up the high ground and maybe tried to convince Come With Me to follow him. Well, I reckon... You know what? Viking, I haven't followed them previously in open qualifiers, but I recognize Come With Me. He's a really good 4-position player, as well as Chappie, a well-known carry, played for Empire, known for building his Shadow Blades. But actually, let's have a look at the top lane over here. It looks like the side of KP have managed to harass out the Radiant, but they're going to get their 2 bounty runes on the bottom lane. So mid lane, actually, KP have their mid lane ward down. There doesn't seem to be one here for the Radiant. So he might have some trouble controlling creep aggro here on this Tinker in the mid lane. Okay. So Nature's Prophet, he's been left to his own devices. So we have a full-on tri-lane top. At least for this moment in time, so I wouldn't be surprised if they try and get first blood on Come With Me. They know he's squishy. He's the one you want instead of the Centaur. Yeah, look, they're picking him out. Has he taken Tree? Has he taken Avalanche or nothing? Takes Toss back, tosses him towards the void. Is there enough damage to kill Come With Me? But the Stomp actually coming out from Unravel is going to allow Come With Me to make his way through the trees. And I wouldn't be surprised if he TPs back to the tower. No, he's actually just sitting there. He's leveled Ether Shock level 1 to just get out that early harass. This is where if anything happens. And now they see him again. The toss is off cooldown. Tosses him towards Flash. They get the Dual Breath. They get the slow. Is Charlie able to follow this up? He's going to TP away. They need a bash or be able to kill him. Unfortunately, no. He is able to get away and salve right back up here with Come With Me.
No.
Okay, let's have a look how this bottom lane is going. It seems the Nature's Prophets of Bone 7 has been totally zoned out. He's got 0 CS. Remember, he is versus this Undying. He has no backup. And then Cancel in the mid lane is actually a tiny bit behind. But as he gets more levels in that Astral, he should be able to catch up just fine. Able to put the Tinker under, get easy denies and CS. So lanes at the moment seem to be slightly in favor of Viking, but not by much.
Denied.
Bottom lane, just look at this, Bone 7. He's managed to get the creep wave onto his tower, but only 1 CS so far. This Jakiro did successfully get off the pull. I wonder if they'll try and contest. Come With Me, trying to get his own pull, but being stopped by both supports. Luft, unfortunately, not able to get a toss back onto anyone. And in this mid lane, Mastermind, under his tower, they do get the imprisonment, so Cancel. He's going to be able to walk off just fine. He doesn't tank a tower hit, luckily, but makes Mastermind miss some CS. So he's just farming under his tower here with this Tinker. Valving right back up. He's getting pretty low. He needs to be careful of the next Astral. And there you go. He is Astral, but I don't think that's enough to quite kill him. And he has his salve when he needs it from Mastermind. But meanwhile, on this top lane, Avalanche toss onto the Centaur, and they're able to get first blood. The tri-lane finally paying off for the side of Kaipi. Just the slow, the bashes, so much damage. But remember, this has resulted in this Nature's Prophet getting very, very little farm. The fact that they're running this tri-lane. So it's very important that they got first blood. Worth pointing out that Luft, he is running behind them now. I wonder if he'll manage to catch Come With Me. They do see him under the tower. Come With Me, he's Luft coming in. He has the toss back as well as the Ice Path. The Ice Path misses. Only now mana for the Avalanche. And it looks like Luft, he might be the one to pay himself. Are they able to kill him? They are with the East Shock. However, Charlie, he trades up against the Shadow Charmer. Elias Slash has actually come to his top lane as well as Bone 7. And he's able to get away on the void. But now, Bone 7, no TP. They get the stun. He does have his own TP, but with that high ground tombstone, that's an easy kill for them on this Bone 7 Nature's Prophet. So a 2-for-1 trade under the tower here for Viking GG. They'll be happy with that. And Mastermind has his bottle completed now. Worth pointing out that Luft has smoked up. He's trying to make something happen here. Mastermind, he is pretty low, I think. If you get a toss back, you are able to kill him. Also, something I do want to talk about is this Tinker's build. Oh, and it was actually enough with that last hit. So Luft, no one to toss back to now that he's in this mid lane. And they know he's here. I was actually about to talk about the fact that this Tinker has gone kill build with no points into the March Machines. Means he's not going to be able to go back into the jungle if this mid lane doesn't go well. But with that kill, as this mid lane going in favor of Viking GG, Mastermind just outplaying the mid laner there for the side of KP. We hear the Shadow Shaman. He has the shackles, but is there any follow-up? It doesn't look like it. He just wanted to stop him contesting his pull, but Avalanche as well as double damage on Luft. He doesn't manage to get off the stomp, eats the Ice Path, but with that stomp on Ravel, he'll be able to walk his way away. So, Troll is just 1-on-1ing versus Bone 7. We talked about this before. The Whirling Axes being the trees are not that effective versus this Troll Warlord. So we have a full try-on-try-lane action. This is what we want in these games. Just full-out fun and aggression. Elisash, who gets that rune? Luft, he is the faster clicker. But Unravel, he's going to get his own. And over here, he did manage to land one net. Is he going to get another net onto Bone 7? It doesn't quite look like it. With the Whirling Axes, it isn't quite enough. He switches to range, gets the other slow off. One more axe, and he kills Bone 7. Solo kill there for Chappie in this bottom lane. And all the meanwhile, Elisash, he's running down Luft. He's slowed up. He pops his stick. He doesn't have a mango. He has 24. Strength already stolen, but with that, I think he'll be able to survive. But over here, they get an Ice Path on. Come with me. He gets these shock out, but bonus 7, he's going to be able to catch him. Unravel, trying to do a lot of damage, but he's now all by himself. The Sprout actually stops him retreating, as well as the body blocks from the trees and the slow from the Time Warp. So that's going to be a 2-for-0 trade for the side. Well, not even a trade, a 2-for-0 for the side of KP. The rotation from Bone 7, he knows he can't really achieve much bottom, so he's rotating already at the 6 minute mark on this Nature's Prophet. And mid lane, hasted. No, not hasted. He was tossed back, actually. But a triple avalanche there. The rotation's in from Come With Me. And Elisash probably saving Mastermind. He is level 6 compared to Cancel, who is only level 5. Cancel OD. He is ahead in CS, though. I'm not quite sure how that happened, actually. Maybe he went to the jungle, actually, to recover. We'll know when we have a look at the mid-worth. The net worth, sorry. The mid's net worth. Oh my god, I'm very tongue-tied. Sorry, I don't speak Russian in the chat. Okay, so they get an avalanche as well as the toss back onto Mastermind. He gets a laser, so there's not going to be any arcane orbs. But look at these body blocks coming out from left. Now Cancel, the blind has worn off. He has another arcane orb as well as an astral imprisonment. And I think that's probably a dead Mastermind. And his team can't rotate because they went top after those rotations previously. So Elisash, he's trying to contest this big camp over here. And Troll, he's back to his own tricks here on Chappie. Look how far ahead this Chappie Troll Warlord is. That's something to be seriously afraid of. But they are just dual laning this Tinker. They have vision of Luft though, so he'll know to play safe here on Mastermind. They have the control. This is what we talked about before, but with the Ice Path, I'm not sure they have enough. But the Ice Path wears off just in time for an easy Ether Shock. Flash, is he going to be able to get away? The zombie slow is on him, but as well as the shackles. Plus, look at all this retaliate damage. That's an easy 2 kills here in this top lane. So Mastermind, he saw Luft. He does have that ward. Knows what's going on. Third Russian faster. Can we please keep the chat to English? Sorry, otherwise I'll have to figure out where my moderation controls are. Unravel. They are just zoning back Charlie here on this Faceless Void, taking a lot of harass. He has his turrets completed, but Tinker, he only has 1 point in the March Machine, so he's not going to be able to recover after being forced out of this mid lane from the fact that Luft was sitting there. But Chappie, he is their hope here on the side of Viking. Sorry guys, I have to mod Harami. Okay, sorry, we are back there. Guys, stick to English, otherwise Harami will be... I've known him to be as vindictive as possible. He is, he's a very powerful moderator. Be very afraid of him. Okay, so let's get back to this game. Chappie, as we said before, he is just able to farm at these treants, has the rolling axes, he's not afraid at all. Bone 7, only level 6 to level 9. This was a 1-on-1 lane. Charlie has his treads completed. It looks like he's just building a second Wraith Band. I'm curious if this is a Mask of Madness Void or anything of the such. But over here, they've got the Astral. They're farming up this big stank thanks to the splash of the Arcane Orb. And that's some good farm here for Flash, Charlie, as well as Cancel. That should help cut into the net worth lead that Viking can manage to establish. I show net worth at 10 minutes. That's when you get it. Until then, you have to be patient and watch the CS. However, what happened to my... There we go. It's now better. Okay, he's trying to get away on Unravel. They do get the slow off over there. Remember, that the Hex onto this OD, he does have his ultimate of Sanities if he wants to drop it. Don't worry, last hit. They get the Ice Path, and that's going to be an easy kill there on Come With Me. Really nice combination there between the Astral and the Arcane Orb there. Now Mastermind, Avalanche onto him. Is there going to be a toss back? Yes, there is. But it's not that far. There's no one on the tower. Just a range kill. Bone 7. He's got here. They've kept Mastermind. They have the body blocks. And an easy kill there for Cancel. 6-7 so far in this mid lane. And now we'll go and have a look at the net worth. Look at this Troll Warlord. Look how far ahead he is. 10-minute mark. Are we going to see a fight round the runes? They get the Hex. So no Chronosphere just yet for Chappie. And they are going to take it a stomp. Do they have enough damage? They do have the Shackle if they want to use it. But they know he's saving the Ice Path here on Flash. And they're going to change their target. Just get the easier kill on the Jakiro, it looks like. No mana for Stampede, though, so he is going to get the rune. They do have the Hex, as well as Mango for the Shackle, so they are finally going to kill a Flash. But meanwhile, in this mid lane, Mastermind, is he able to do... He takes half of Bone 7's HP away, but here is Cancel. He's hiding. He's got the Astral. How much Intelligence does he have stolen? Not quite enough, so he's going to back off just after that arcane. Astral imprisonment, sorry. But cancel. Just sitting behind this tower, what is he hoping to achieve? We see the rotation coming in from left as well.
Tower is under attack.
So he might see a kill over here. But Troll, he's rotated to top lane on Chappie. As his Vlad's completed. But Bone 7, he's going to put on his own pressure in this bottom lane.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified.
So, over here, Chappie, as well as Company, they have level 6 on the Serpent Wards, but they feel they won't need to use them. Thanks to the fact that this Chappie Troll takes towers so quickly. Luft, he's sitting behind here. They have taken the mid tier 1. But Luft is just really hoping to catch the Tinker farming those jungles. Now, 3 levels in the March machines, he'll be able to accelerate his farm. How long till his boots to travel? 1,000 gold still away on this Tinker. And it looks like Battle Fury is the item for Chappie. But look at this. They have Shaman Wards. They're going to use them to apply some pressure. Luft, with that Avalanche, does a lot of work. But these Shaman Wards, please micro them to hit the tower. Can they even stop this? Bone 7 does have decent amount of range. Are they going to lose a tier 3 at 11 minutes here for the side of KP? They don't even have Glyph. They already used it. And even summoning of the Treants, it's going to be an easy tier 3, but Chronosphere, if he wants to use it. It looks like Come With Me is going to be the sacrifice. But with the Stampede, is he quite able to get away? I don't think that TP is going to be... What? Didn't even use the Avalanche. Avalanche was of cooldown. They could have at least killed Come With Me. I know they lost their tier 3, but very weird play from the side of KP. And that exposes shrines at the 11-minute mark for the side of Viking if they want to take them.
Illusion.
As we follow Chappie through this bottom lane. He has his Vlads completed and his Yasha, but he's also building a Battle Fury, knowing he wants to keep up with this Void if they try to accelerate. How is Luft doing? He has Arcane Boots, still nowhere near his Blink Dagger, but they can set this up with an Astral Imprisonment. Okay, they get the Avalanche toss. Is there enough damage to kill Chappie before he gets off his ultimate? Bone 7, he's TP'd in, so they should be able to control him. Remember, he does have a Quelling Blade if he wants to use it. You can quell through those trees while you're in the... Orb. I'm very surprised Chappie, he lives just because of his ultimate, and he dies to the toss as his ultimate wears off. But now Unravel, he's coming. The Avalanche, do they have enough to kill for Luft? They do with the zombies, but now Flash, Macropire, Ice Path, they killed Come With Me as he gets out of that Astral Imprisonment, and now LSH is trying to trade. But it looks like they're just going to back off. So I'm not sure how much of that we caught on replay, but let's watch that again. I'm very curious about why he didn't use his Quelling Blade. We should be seeing a replay. Sorry. Yes, we can see the replay here. They get off the Hex and they manage to kill Luft, but they're all caught up by the Avalanche. And that Ice Path is really nice. And he pops the Astral there on the Shadow Shaman. But yeah, he didn't use his Quelling Blade, so he was caught in the trees for such a long time. Like, it was off cooldown. I don't know why. That was a real mistake there by Chappie. Reminds me of Sprout-Teasy from a few TIs ago. And here in the trees, Bone 7. He had a rough laning phase, but he has his Vlads completed, and he's really piling on the pressure to these tier 1 towers. Are you sure you can't use items while your ulti's on? I'm pretty sure you can use items.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Anyway, they're now zoning away Chappie. He wants his tower. He's not standing in the backfire. They even pop their glyph here just to keep their creeps alive, allowing them to take this tower a bit easier. Let's have a look at Mastermind. He has his boots of travel completed at last. So, Charlie now has already the Demon Edge. He's really recovered off that rough top lane. But they found the Tiny, the Ice Path, zoning them away. But it's not really going to do enough. Toss up, Come With Me. He gets pretty low. But that's going to be an easy kill for them. And Chappie pops his ultimate. Give him the extra speed. Is he able to get an ensnare onto Flash over here? And he is. That's a nice kill on the Jakiro. And with no Jakiro and no Tiny, they're just going to trade tier 2s, it looks like. Bone 7 as well as Charlie putting pressure on over here.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
Bone 7. They are TPing in a lot of people. It looks like they're thinking about fighting. Tiny, he still doesn't have his Blink Dagger, so they don't have any real catch. But cancel. Now, the Stampede, they are able to get it off just in time, and they're going to be able to get away from the side of Viking. Wait, TP's fallen on Bone 7, but he's trapped inside the Serpent Wards. But luckily, the Astral to save his own Nature's Prophet and come with me. It looks like he's going to pay the toss forward as well as another Arcade Orb. That's a nice kill, and they're just going to clean up the Shaman Wards.
Where your heart does not.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
So, Chappie now. Yasha. He's not behind Charlie and farm, but he is on progress towards the Battle Fury. Luft, they really need to give him the space, allow him to farm the Blink Dagger, give them the catch that they need for this KP side. So, Bone 7 has his fancy. He's actually building the Crimson Guard this game. Nah. Like, I'm going to be honest. I've seen a lot of these new age prophets. They build Vlads, they build Crimsons. But they don't quite understand, you know, why you build those items. And this isn't a great Crimson game. There isn't a lot of small instants of burst damage. Because this troll, he's going to hit very far. He is tossed back, however. Here on Chappie, he has his ultimate. He's caught in the ice path if they have enough. It looks like Luft is going to go down. And Chappie's going to be just fine. They do slow him in the trees. They do manage to kill him with the Tinker. But now, Cancel, is he able to kill him? He is with the Astral. If he drops the Sanities, I think he'll die before he gets his ultimate. But Chrono on the backline, is he able to get off his ultimate on Chappie? He's not. They drop the hammer, and the Chronosphere doesn't manage to get anything, but they catch commonly. And the Astral, no TPing away here from the Unravel Centaur. A nice, easy kill there. He might have Crimson Guard, but it's not going to be quite enough through the damage of this OD, as well as Charlie in the trees. And Unravel finally does drop here.
Under attack.
I have seen the future. You're not in it.
And we should have caught the last of that team fight. You can see here. Okay, so we didn't manage to catch much of it. I need to make these replays longer. But he's just caught up in the Astral, not able to get away, in a nice slow chase down. I have to make these replays longer. Sorry. I can't do it currently during the stream. But Mastermind, he has his Blink Dagger completed. I mean, we saw in that mid-fight, he was able to get more involved on the Tinker, able to catch the Tiny in the trees, and this split put pressure. He's able to deal with the Nature's Prophet. Tinker, one of the few heroes who can keep up with his TPing around the match here of the Bone 7 Nature's Prophet, and Chappie. He's gone into the pit. Have they scouted this out? They do have a ward here, so I think they know what's on their Hex. But come with me, he's not going to follow through, and there's a tree end. In the pit, they totally know what's up, as well as the Macroplier. They are just forcing this for the side of Viking. I feel they should have cleaned the area, maybe. Get a pick off before you go for this troll. And they've even committed the Serpent Ward to this, and I don't think they're going to get it. Flash just able to do enough harass to stop them being able to commit to the Roshan. But they know there's no Chronosphere for 40 seconds. And with that, is that enough to allow Chappie to do this? Ellis Ash, he's now zoning off Flash on this Jakiro. So I think finally they are going to get this Roshan, but they are trading it for their bottom tier 2 on the side of Viking. Chappie, Aegis completed. He's not that far from his Battle Fury. But have a look at this net worth. This OD didn't come out that ahead in the mid lane, but the hand of Midas really paying off. We're seeing mid one's ideas trickle down. That's what we call the economics of trickle down Dota. Ideas from the major being shown here in these open qualifiers. So, Luft has his Blink Dagger online, but he is just sitting in these trees, hoping to catch out the Tinker in these trees. I'm really sorry, but English only in my chat, please. Please. Luft, Blink Dagger cancelled, thanks to the March Machines. But look at this, Charlie. They're all sitting here. They're really hoping to catch out this Tinker, but he is aware of what is going on in that bottom. Aegis online for Chappie. I'm curious if they try to make anything happen. Is there a smoke here for the sides? They don't have the Blink Dagger on Unravel, so there isn't really any good catch except for stampeding in to these fights. And Bone 7, he has his Blight Zone as well as the Crimson Guard. He's had this for a while. I'm very curious to what he builds next. But It looks like the side of Viking GG aren't quite able to make anything happen with this Aegis. The 20-minute bounty routes are a 2-for-2 trade. This Bone7 just split pushing bottom Ravel. He is able to easily clear through these treants. But they're TPing to bottom lane. Are they looking for a fight? He doesn't have money for his Blink Dagger. I'm curious why he TP'd all the way back. So, Luft, it feels like we've seen him spending most of his time in this tree sitting here. They still haven't managed to take this tier 1 tower. And it looks like they're actually going to glyph their creep wave as well as commit very hard. Finally take down this mid tier 1 against Kaipi. This game's so even. We can have a look at the win percentage actually. And it seems it is still slightly in favor of Viking. But not by a massive amount. And the BKB completed on this OD, that's a very big item, will allow him to resist all the control in the fights coming out from the side of Viking. Happy finally completed his Battle Fury. And that has allowed him to put himself back in the #1 net worth position. But Charlie, almost at his own Manta Style, that will allow him to escape the ensnare of the Troll Warlord, as well as Manta Style illusions are able to do damage inside the Chronosphere. So it's a nice little pickup by him. Bone7, he's just building the pipe. He wants all the damage mitigation for his team, making him a tanky profit. And versus this Tinker, I can't say I blame him for building that pipe. But Tinker, Ether Lens completed. Next thing he wants is his Aghanim Scepter. That will just massively increase the damage he's able to put out in the fights with those 4 rockets, with that bouncing laser. And so Chappie knows he needs his own BKB. He needs to be able to fight up against this OD without just getting put back down under inside those astral imprisonments. And the smoke up does come. They still have the Aegis for another minute and a tiny bit now. And it looks like they just want to get some sort of kill with it. They still have no blink tag on the Centaur, so they're going to have to stampede in to catch someone, it looks like. And LSH, they're going through the Dire jungle, but Dire are not in their own jungle. They are in yours. And over here, Bone7 just getting down some deep warding. It looks like Flash might be the one who's caught out, but they see what's going on here with this ward. They're not afraid of this Undying. They know there are people behind him, and they're just going to play safe. But all the meanwhile, Bone7... What? He's just sitting here. He knows he has another TP, right?
Radiant's middle tower
He's literally just spending time chilling on this cliff. Also has a TP. And Luft, we see him once again in the trees looking for that Tinker, but he's unable to find him. Bone7 has finally returned.
That's something.
Last fine, they are pinging him out. He's TPing under here, but Bone7, he can't do anything about it. And Bone7 finally TPing away. Luft sitting on this high ground, hoping to see someone squishy. Well, unfortunately, instead of someone squishy, he sees the Centaur War Runner. And that is not someone you can easily pick off, but with the help of the Void, with his completed Manta Style, you will be able to. LSH, however, by himself in the mid lane cancel with Blink Dagger completed, does get the nice Astral into Ice Path combination. And I think they might be able to kill this Undying before he can respond at all. And he has just fed away 24 intel to this cancel OD, so they now have to be careful. This Sanity's Eclipse will drop like a bomb. They seem to know where Chappie is, Charlie. Is he going to be able to get the Chronosphere? They have vision of him. He pops his Manta, so he is able to hit through the blind. But now Chappie, he needs to get away. He pops his ultimate before the Chronosphere. I think that's a bit preemptive because I doubt he was going to die inside it, but now Ice Path. He has no Troll ulti left, and that's an easy kill there. I think he should have saved his ultimate for after the Chronosphere, if I'm honest. Because they were only going to get him low during the Chronosphere and finish him after it.
Dire are scanning. Radiant are
Guys,
scanning.
please stop making her army time all of you out. Just English only in the chat. We like to be a nice channel. Okay, so Mastermind. He's decided actually against his Aghanims, realizing they want a tiny bit more lockdown against his Faceless Void, against his OD, so he's actually rushing towards the Hex. Oh my god. I've never seen such a massacre in my chat. Okay, so in this bottom lane, they have Shaman Wards. Level 2 now, so they... Actually, they've already taken this tier 2 tower, so I'm not sure what they hope to achieve. Over here, it seems Flash, he's able to get away with his Glimmer Cape. And Bone 7, again, he's just doing this deep warding. They seem to think they know about it by pinging him onto the high ground, but over here, they get the stop. They manage to kill Common to be Shadow Shaman. They're just going to farm out those wards. Charlie, he's leaping forward. And with that bash, I don't think Unravel's going to be able to get away. 5 seconds on that Blink Dagger. But no, he's not going to be able to use it. And with Cancel being brought in, that's a nice kill there for the side of Kaipi. This Cancel OD is godlike. Even with Bone 7 spending most of his time on cliffs, they're still able to win the team fights here on KP. Also, they lost their courier. Sorry. The courier for the Radiant side was killed. Probably by Bone 7 doing what he was doing. And Flash, they go forward. There is another Chronosphere, as well as the backfire. Insta buyback from the Shaman. They want to try and save their troll, but he's kept up. Is he able to get his ultimate off? And he is just in time. And now Charlie needs to run away. They get a nice kill. But Bone 7, I don't think he wanted to TP into this. So Chappie, he is caught inside the trees. Apparently unable to use items inside that troll ultimate. But Charlie, they know he has nothing left but left with that Avalanche toss combo, as well as the OD. That's going to be an easy kill. Cancel now beyond godlike. And Bone 7 is found on the back lines, but I don't think we really mind about that. Charlie, Elisash, is he going to be able to get away? They don't know where he's gone up, so he's going to be okay. But this Tinker, they did get a 2-for-2 trade, but losing their Chappie roll like that, they won't be very happy with it. I caught some of that on camera. And we can see over here, Chappie, Sprout Chappie. Very tough for him. He's caught off the back line. Bone 7 being caught back. The Avalanche toss in the air. He just can't survive at all there on that Troll Warlord. So this Cancel OD doing so much work. BKB completed. Does he have something on the courier, or is it just his Dragonlance? Either way, he's going to have a Hex, and then there'll be so much more solo kill potential on this Cancel OD. Charlie. Manta. It looks like he's building his own BKB. It's probably completed on this courier. That is the completed BKB, and the OD, he has his full Hurricane Pike also coming out to him. So... over here, they're smoked up. Did they catch the smoke with that ward? I think they might have. I'm pretty sure they know what is up from the side of KP. They're just invading this Radiant jungle here. But Tinker, he's putting on some split pressure in this top lane. They're still smoked up. They have the Blink Dagger on Unravel. Are they able to get an initiation? They've been lacking one most of the game. But Chappie, he's caught in the trees again, as well as the Chronosphere. And I'm pretty sure they have enough damage to Stampede. It's not going to be able to save him because there is no Aghanim Scepter. So even though he's caught inside and hexed up, OD, he BKB's to the low ground. Is he going to be okay? The OD survives on very little HP, and he gets 4 kills. That is a 4-for-0 trade for the side of KP. Things just going against Viking. Charlie, final 9. They just keep catching out that Troll Warlord of Chappie, and he's not able to do anything inside the Chronosphere. They have no save for him. And with him down, they know that Roshan's up. And that's going to be an easy Rosh for this Charlie Faceless Void. Guys, I wouldn't be surprised if we see Chappie buy his Shadow Amulet very soon. That's what we're here for. But actually, we have a pause from Bone 7.
Some things were just not meant to be.
Okay, so we don't know what this pause is about. It looks like they're just taking a celebratory break. This Luftani has done actually a lot of work with his Blink Dagger, all his control. I mean, I really thought Viking would be the ones able to catch out this Faceless Void, but they just haven't been able to set up any kills. I think it's because Centaur built the full Crimson Guard. They were so slow behind getting this Blink Dagger, so they were never able to, you know, smoke up, get some easy fights, get some easy kills on this Faceless Void. He was able to build his Battle Fury after the laning phase and farm with impunity, and that's just allowed them to get to this stage where KP is so far ahead. Also, they've no ganks on this cancel OD. Oh, what? Centaur pauses? It looks like there was a bit of miscommunication there from the side of Viking. Whether everyone was there after unpausing, after KP said go. But Roshan, it's going to be on this Faceless Void. Next for him is the Butterfly, just amplifying his damage so he's able to eliminate whoever he catches in the Chronosphere all by himself.
Roshan has fallen to the down.
So Charlie, he's now TPing to the shrine. He actually took the cheese. It looks like they're putting the Aegis here on cancel. But Bone 7, they've just invaded, and that is the full 4 30-minute bounty runes for the side of KP. You know, we're going to have a look. Is that Invis room actually on Charlie? No Cronus here, but if he catches anyone out, that will be an easy kill. We're going to have a look at the win percentage now, firmly for the side of KP. Oh no, Chappy. They're not going to try and kill him. I think if Luft goes in, they could kill this Chappy, sure. I think Centaur really needs... He should be building the Agnum Scepter here on this Centaur. He needs to be able to save whoever gets caught inside that Chronosphere with his Agnum Stampede. I really strongly disagree with this pipe pickup. He should be working towards his Ags, because then he can counteract the effects of the Chronosphere, allowing Chappy to be able to live and actually output some damage. The most farmed hero on their team. So Mastermind in this top lane has the Hex completed for the next fight. And so they're smoking up. Unravel. Now on the front lines, hopefully they could get some sort of blink pick off. They don't want to find the OD because he's the one with the Aegis. Anyone else will be just fine for them. And it looks like they're running towards Bone 7, who they see in the top lane. Unravel. They have an idea where Bone 7 is. He TPs away, but they do finally get off the swamp. And now with Chappy there, they're going to be able to kill him. He pops the Crimson Guard, but the Hex from the Shadow Shaman, he's not going to be able to live for very long. But on this backline cancel, he comes in. They get the Chronosphere. They did put the BKB on the Troll, as well as the Crimson Guard. So he is actually going to live through this Chronosphere. And now they're trying to fight up the Tinker. He is coming in very slowly, but Luft actually tosses him up. He gets the Hex, but he's eating the Avalanche here. On this back line, however, it looks like they're trying to kill the OD, but he's put himself under the Astral. And this Tinker of Mastermind, he does go down to Charlie. So they've lost their Tinker. They won't have any base defense. Chappy, he does have his ultimate when he needs it. The BKB of Cancel is down, but remember, Cancel does have the Aegis. So this Troll Warlord slept up. He is all by himself, but Undying is coming in. He gets a heal. Troll, is he able to go for his ultimate? No! What? He was unstunned. He didn't press the button. And they killed the Troll. Oh my goodness, guys.
Two-faced.
So, let us see if we caught any of that again. Okay. So, Chappy, we see him. He's fighting the whole 5-man team. He's caught up in the Astral Ice Bath. It's really nice. Look. Stun wore off. He was not stunned for the last of that. He could have hit his R button. Like, you can also see it here in the death zone. Oh, no. No, fine. I take it back. He was stunned by the Faceless Void. I take it back. Chappy's doing okay. But DD here on Charlie. No buyback on this Troll Warlord. And that's just going to be an easy lane of Rax, it looks like. They did buy back on the Tinker, but he's not able to push them back. The Hex on the Void might scare them off a tiny bit with the Hex. Does he get the Shackle connection? Bone 7, it looks like just using the Sprout to allow them to be able to disengage. Here for the side of KP. Charlie has the Eagle Song for his Butterfly now. And they didn't even expend the Aegis in that last fight. That's something worth noting, as well as Sanity's Eclipse. being off cooldown. It looks like they want this last tier 2 tower. So if they win one more fight, that's just going to be mega creeps for the side of KP.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Charlie, they leap forward with Unravel, but Cancel, he's right behind him. He saves his Faceless Void with the Asteroid now, Unravel. You're going to have to pay for this. You pop the Crimson as well as the Stampede, but the hammer comes down and the Chronoid Sphere. It's on to 2. And with that pure damage coming out, easy kill would come. The easy kill here on that Undying. They buy back on both of them, but the Hex onto Luft. It's not going to be quite enough. Unravel, he blinks forward, but he's not able to kill this Faceless Void. I don't know what he thinks he's doing on Unravel. He's now sewed up, and that's going to be a kill. There's no buyback here on this Centaur Warrunner. And now with that Elisash, he's kept up in the trees. You're not able to get away. They do get the laser as well as Chappie. Chappie pots his ultimate, but he's put right under. The man starts to get rid of the blind, and now they catch him in the ice pot. There's no ultimate here on Chappie. I'm pretty sure he is going to go down, and he does. He drops the OD. Next up, Elisash, and I'm pretty sure that is just game for the side of KP. There's no buybacks. All that's left is the Tinker, and is he able to hold on by himself? I'm not sure. Cancel, he's jumping forward. He's looking for this Tinker in the trees. He's just waiting, looking for him. But all the meanwhile, Charlie is focusing in this lane. Bone 7 taking bottom lane, and Flash and Luft taking this mid lane of Rax.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
This Cancel OD has done so much work this entire game.
Radiant's top
And the Hex actually from the OD. Looks like he was looking for someone else, but found a creep. But that's going to be all the melee barracks. No, they haven't taken bottom quite yet. It looks like they're going for all the melee barracks, and then the range will just come in time as they don't regenerate. BKB even popped by Charlie just so he can stand inside this Tinker March machines and take barracks. And with that, I'm pretty sure that's Mega Creeps and the end of Viking GG's hopes here in these open qualifiers. And with that, it seems GG is called by Elisash. That's the best of 1 going to KP, and they are going to the round of 4, the semi-finals of the EU qualifiers.